guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen, and today's video is going to be yet another top 5 Wednesdays video not done on a Wednesday. I have no excuse this time. I just felt lazy and didn't record this video in time, but I thought the topic was still really interesting, which is the top 5 characters you don't want to trade places with. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys that I am part of a book club called the BIBLIO Squad, and I'll leave the video down below where I make the announcement about the book club. But we are doing our live show for the Empire Storms this Sunday, September 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Grace from G Swizzle Books channel. I'll leave her channel down below if you'd like to check it out. If you have read the book, come join us and get in on the discussion. We are going to discuss all our feels for the Empire Storms, so come and join us. So character number 1 that I would never in a million years want to trade places with, although I absolutely loved this story and I loved this character, and that is Juliet from the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahereh Mafi. If you've never read this book series, it is about a girl who has this ability of hurting others when they touch her, so she can't have physical contact with another human being without hurting them, and she ends up in prison for it. I think that sucks, and I think of Rogue from the X-Men, and I'm thinking how it must suck to never be able to have physical contact with another human being. I think that's just such a tragic ability to have, and I definitely would not want to trade places with Juliet. And the second character that I definitely wouldn't want to trade places with is Katniss from the Hunger Games. I love Katniss. I think she's such a beautifully written character and she's so strong, but I definitely wouldn't want to be in her situation where she has to fight daily to feed her family. The fact of the matter is there's so many people in the world, especially in the third world countries, where they have to fight every day just to be able to feed their families and even feed themselves. I am very blessed. I have a roof over my head, I have a bed that I can sleep in, I have food in my stomach and in my fridge, but you're just in a situation where it's very hard to make a means of living, to be able to feed your family and to make them happy. Not to mention the fact that the government that they have is one that's very corrupt. I think that's just such a terrible society to live in, and so I definitely would not want to trade places with Katniss. As cute as Peeta is, I would not want to. And the third character that I definitely wouldn't want to trade places with is Lysandra from the Throne of Glass series. Now the reason why I pulled out the Assassin's Blade is because we get to see a lot of her in the Assassin's Blade. I believe it's been a while since I read the Assassin's Blade, but I believe that we first get introduced to Lysandra in the Assassin's Blade, and we also see her a lot in the later books. I initially was gonna go with Selena, but I decided to go with Lysandra. In case you've never read the Throne of Glass series, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but Lysandra is a prostitute in this world, and in the Assassin's Blade she was a prostitute in training. Basically she was learning the tricks of the trade kind of thing, and I definitely would not want to be in her place. She was just someone who kind of landed in this position where she becomes a prostitute against her will, just having to sell your body, and it just makes me cringe. It just, ugh, I can't do it. I feel so bad for her. Like, my heart goes out to Lysandra, and I definitely just would not want to be in her situation, because Lysandra is a strong character, and if it were me, I definitely wouldn't survive the life that she has led. The next character that I definitely would not want to trade places with is Risa from the Unwind Dystology by Neil Shusterman. I talked a lot about this book series in my channel. It is one of my favorite dystopian book series of all time. It is such a great book series, and Risa is one of the 3 main characters in this book, and she is a character who has been signed over to be unwound. Now in this world, unwinding is the process in which you take a child between the ages of 13 and 18 and you harvest their organs. They have absolutely no say in this. Now, the unwinding process is a process in which 99% of a human being's body is able to be harvested, to be donated to other human beings, whether through organ transplant or even just to change your look. And Risa, one of those teenagers who has been signed over to be unwound, she is actually an orphan, and so the orphanage that she is at decides that she has absolutely no contribution. She doesn't have anything that she can contribute to society, so she is labeled as someone who is dispensable, so they decide to unwound her. I definitely wouldn't want to be Risa. In fact, I wouldn't want to be any of the teens in this world, because teens are constantly afraid that even by their own parent of being signed over to be unwound. So I definitely wouldn't want to be any teenager in this book series. And finally, the last book character that I'm going to talk about that I definitely wouldn't want to trade places with is Leah from The Kiss of Deception, or The Remnant Chronicles by Mary E. Pearson. Leah was the princess whose parents set up an arranged marriage for her, and she definitely doesn't want that, because she was going to meet her future husband on the day of her wedding at the altar, as she is giving her vows and giving her life away to this prince that she has never even seen before. In her heart, she's internally fighting over duty to her kingdom or duty to following her heart. And I would definitely understand that. I definitely wouldn't want to be set up in an arranged marriage. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with someone else. You're gonna give all of yourself to this other person, and I think it should definitely be your choice. It shouldn't be someone else's choice. It's a position that I definitely wouldn't know what to do. Even nowadays, there are places where a girl has no choice in who she's gonna get married. She is set up in an arranged marriage, and I'm so happy that I live in a place where I get to make my own choices, especially about the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So Leah's is definitely a position that I never ever want to trade places with. Alright guys, so there are my 5 book characters that I definitely wouldn't want to trade places with. They're just in certain bad situations that I can't see myself ever being or ever wishing to be in. Anyway, let me know down in the comments below what book characters you definitely wouldn't want to trade places with. I would really love to know your answers. And as I said before at the beginning of this video, please don't forget to join the Biblio squad. I'll leave the link down below for the Goodreads page, and don't forget that our live show for the Empire Storms is going live this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you would like to join us, if you read the book and would like to join us, I'll leave Grace's channel down below, G Swizzle Books channel. Our live show is gonna go live on her channel. Anyway, thank you so much for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below if you would like to check it out, including Goodreads, Twitter, and Instagram. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day guys, and keep reading. Bye!